tendency as shown on the board there. I hope this time it will be easier for you to understand, because now I'll be showing whatever I'll be doing on the board. And please, there's nothing wrong if you have got any questions, for you just to put your questions on your WhatsApp and send it to me in the group, so that everybody in the group can benefit, so that they can look at the question and help you to answer it. So like I was explaining in the video or the PowerPoint I sent you, I want also to say that this is I want to explain this properly so that you understand it well, so that when you write the tests, it will be easy for you to understand how to create measures of central tendency. Measures of central tendency, like I explained in your document, these are measures that try to find the center of a given distribution. They are measures that try to locate the center of the given distribution. There are several measures of central tendency. So I have said that these are measures that locates the center of a given distribution. I don't want to write much because the writing, I think most of it I'll be sending it through the PowerPoint, but I want to do the calculation more so to understand the calculations. So I'll start, there are many of them, but at this moment we're going to pick 3. So the 3 we're going to pick are the following measures of central tendency I'll look at. So I'll look at the mode, then I'll look at the mean, then lastly I'll look at the median. So these 3, I'll look at them and calculate them. I know I sent them to you, but I feel that maybe you didn't understand it because explaining them using PowerPoint was a bit tricky. That's why I told you in the come to class, try to teach them, so I will repeat a video can send to you on how I'm teaching them. Let me start with the mode. Like we will get the mode is just the figure, or rather the value which occurs with the greatest frequency. This is a value which occurs with the greatest frequency. The value which occurs with the greatest frequency is called the mode. So the value which occurs many times, more than any other value, we call it the mode. So, for example, when you look data, the example is that if you have got maybe things like 2, 3, 6, maybe 1, 8, 7, something like that. Then this is number 1. And the second one would be then you have got something like 6, 6, 3, 3, 2, 1, 4. Then the third one, you can have maybe 7, 7, 7, maybe 2, 3, maybe 4, 4, 4. Then you say 5 from the above. If such a question came to us, and we are told to find the mode for the above, what we do first of all, we look at the figures the way they are. And I will be teaching, also be talking about some characteristics of the mode. As you could see there are 3 of them. So solution, I'll put the solution there. How do you find the answers? So solution is like this. For the first one, as you could see, it is 2. So you must arrange it in order of magnitude, from the smallest to the biggest. So the smallest number here is 1. You must start with 1. Then I come to 2. Then I go to 3. Then I go to 6. Then 7. Then 8, the biggest number. Then I ask myself, which number is appearing the most there?
As you can see there, no number is appearing the most. Therefore, this one will say, the solution is that there is no mode. There is no air.
Or is important, the mode is an empty set. There is no mode in the first one. The second one, you can find out that there also we put them according to magnitude. So we'll start with 1, 2. So you can see that 3 is at 2 of them. So 3, 3. Then also we have 4. Then 6, 6. So if you check in this one, the numbers which appear the most are 2. 3 and 3 are 2 there. Also 6 and 6 are 2 there. So the mode is equal to 3 and 6. So 3 and 6 are the mode. And when you find that there are 2 modes in a given set of data, those 2 modes are known as so this kind of mode, there are 2 modes there. I'll talk about that later. Then from there also, the third one, you can see also that there is 2, you start from the smallest, you go to 3, 7, there are 3 sevens there. There are 3 sevens there. So you can see that also these 4s are 3 of them and 7s are 3 of them. So therefore, so the mode is 4 and 7. So those are 2 modes. And according to statistics, we are told that if a set has got only 1 mode, if a set has got 1 mode, so I'm saying if a set has 1 mode, it is called the unimodal. Unimodal. It's got 1 mode. If a set has 2 modes, it's called bimodal. Bimodal, because there are 2 sets. So it's called bimodal. If it has got 3 sets, 3 modes, it's bimodal. But if it has got more than 3 sets, if it has more than 3 modes, if a set has got more than 3 modes, it will be called multimodal. Multimodal. So those are very important. When there's only 1 mode, it's called unimodal. 2 modes, bimodal. 3 modes is known as trimodal. And when more than 3 modes, it is called multimodal. Okay, so the mode that I've been calculating here is the mode for ungrouped data. Let's look at the mode for grouped data. So mode for grouped data. How do you find the mode for grouped data? The mode for grouped data is found by using a formula that has been given. So the formula that has been given to find this is LM plus, so that's the formula LM plus is F2 over F1 plus F2 close brackets C. So that is the formula for the mode for grouped data. That's the formula for mode for grouped data. Where LM stands for, that is very important for you to know. Every time you're doing statistics, you need to know the meanings of the symbols so you are able to understand what to put where you're supposed to put. So the LM is the lower class boundary of the model class with 2 class limits. The lower class boundary of with 2 class limits. I'll explain this when we go into the example. So LM stands for, this LM stands for lower class boundary of the model class with 2 class limits. The F1 stands for the frequency of the class just before the model class. just before the model class, the frequency of that class just before the model class is F1. F2 is the frequency of the model class, just after the model class. So the frequency of the class just after the model class. So this is the frequency of the class just after the model class. Okay. Then C is the class interval of the model class. Class interval of the model class. The class interval of the model class. That is C. So it's very important at all times that we understand these symbols. If you understand the symbols in statistics, it becomes easier for you to recreate it. But if you don't understand the symbols, it will be very difficult for you to recreate because you won't know what to put where. Example here. Example says calculate the mode for the following. The following data. So give a data and you're told to calculate the mode for that data. So the data for this one should have been the class there, class like that. Then you have the frequency. (11 to 13) as the first class, 14 to 16 the second class, 17 to 19 the third class, 20 to 22 the other class, then 23 to 25. That we have. And the numbers are 11, 20, 30, 15, and 4. So those are the numbers that we have, and we have been told to find the modes. So, so what you need to do first of all is to find out these symbols which are there. So what is LM? So how do we find these symbols? LM and whatever. So before we find out those symbols, first of all, every time we are told to find the mode of classified data, first of all you need to find the relative frequency. The RF, relative frequency. So we are going to change the data and put them in a table in this manner. We are going to say class. So put the class like that. Then frequency will come here as frequency, or we can call it F. It's called F frequency, or F if you want, in brackets there, F. Then relative frequency, which is RF, relative frequency. Relative frequency is supposed to be RF in brackets, and this usually is a percentage. So we are going to bring the data back. There was data we have put there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another was 5 also. So start from 11 to 13, 14 to 16. 17 to 20 to 17 to 19, 20 to 22, and 23 to 25. So there we are going to put our data. Here we have been given the data starting from 11, 20, so it is 11, 20, 30, 15, and 4. So just put that data in this format of a table for the same data. Now I'm going to get it. Now we start finding the RF. RF is found is a percentage. So before you find RF, first of all find the total frequency. What is the total frequency? So you could see, that's why every time we are doing statistics, you need a scientific calculator. So all of you, please buy a scientific calculator and deal with it. So if you calculate this, you say 11 plus 20 plus 30 plus 15, the answer is 80.
80 there. So after finding 80 there, now you come now to relative frequency. What is my relative frequency? So relative frequency now, you are going to say 11, so you say 11 over 80. The total there, then multiplied by 100. So that is the answer there. That is the answer. And the answer at the first one is 13.75. 13.75. Again, when you come to the next one, you say 20 over 80 multiplied by 100. Again, when you go there, after you calculate that, using your calculator, you find that 20 over 80 times 100, that will give you 25%. So that is 25%. Again, when you go to 30 over 80 multiplied by 100. Again, if you check that one, you find that it will give you a 37.5. So that will be 37.5. So you come to 15, again 15 over 80 times 100. You follow it up, you find that 15 over 80 times 100, it will give you 18.75. So that will be 18.75. And lastly, 4 over 80 times 100, also 5. So if you are to add all these numbers here, you find that they will give you 100%. 100% here at the end, to give you 100%. If you added those numbers. So that is what we call the relative frequency. And it's very important when you're trying to find the mode. So from there now, we go on to find now the LM. Like I said, we want to find out what is F1, what is F2, what is C. So those are the symbols that are in the formula. So LM, according to our definition, they are saying that this is the lower class boundary of the model class with two class limits. So we need to find the model class. The model class, the class with the highest relative frequency. So you come here and find out which relative frequency is the highest here. So you find the highest is 37.5. This is the highest relative frequency. So since it is the highest, you go to its class. What class is it found in? The class where it is found is in 17 to 19. So the model class, it's important to say the model class here, the model class, according to our data, the model class is equal to what? 17 to 19. It's a class. So the class is 17 to 19. That's the model class. Then again, when you come back and ask yourself, okay, now what is now LM? They are saying LM is the lower class boundary of the model class with two class limits. This is the lower class boundary. 19 is the upper class boundary. Remember this. This one is the lower class boundary. Lower class boundary. That one is the upper class boundary. This is very important. You must remember that. This one is the lower class boundary. That one is the upper class boundary. That is very important. You must remember that. So now for us to find, so the lower class boundary is 17. Since it is 17, now they have told us that LM is the lower class boundary of the model class with two class limits. When they say with two class limits, what they're telling you is that write the lower class boundary minus 0.5. 0.5 is what we call two class limits. When you say with two class limits, we are telling you remove 0.5 from your answer. So remove 0.5 from 17, the answer we're going to get is 16.5. So LM is 16.5. I hope that is clear. Then we continue, we come to F1. F1 has to be before the model class. So the model class is this one. This is the model class, 17 to 19. The class before it is 14 to 16. What is its frequency? 20. So F1 is 20. F2, they have said the frequency just after the model class. So when you come to the model class here, the model class 17 to 19, the class after it is 20 to 22. What is its frequency? Is 15. So F2 is 15.
I hope we are okay there. Then again more we come to C. C, they are saying that C is the class interval for the model class. So the class interval for the model class, what do you go? What is the model class? We have said the model class is 17 to 19. How many members are there? The class interval is just trying to tell you how many members are in that class. So you can see here the class is saying 17 to 19. So the members which are there are the members in this class. The members are 17 itself, 18 and 19. Now if you count them, how many are there? There are 1, 2, 3. So C is 3. C is 3. So formula. So let's put that in the formula. And the formula says that LM plus F2 over F1 plus F2 bracket C. So we do that. LM we know is 16.5 according to what we found there, plus F2, we have been told that F2 is 15, so we put 15 on top there. F1 is 20 plus 15, which is F2 in brackets multiplied by 3. So we continue, we now say 16.5 plus 15, then we add what's in brackets 20 plus 15, that becomes 35. Then in brackets 3. We continue like that. After continuing like that, we now come to 16.5. Of course, we all know body mass. We start first of all what is in the brackets. So you ask yourself, how many times can 35 enter into 15? So 35 into 15, what could be the answer? And the answer according to my calculation is saying that it is 0.4286. 0.4286. Then you multiply this one by 3. Remember, we're looking at body mass. If you're looking at body mass, you start with brackets, then you go to multiplication. So you can't start with addition first, you start with multiplication. So we multiply, first of all, we multiply this number 0.4286 times 3. So we do this 16.5, we come down, plus 1.28, which will be 1.2857. So after doing that now we add everything. So we add everything now to 16.5 plus 1.2857, which will give us now 17.7857. So that number is the mode. That number is the mode. That number is the mode. I hope that is very clear and there are no questions. Please, if you have got any questions, you are free to write the questions for me so that I look at them and then I send back the answer to you on the group. I hope this is very clear, and please, I will be happy if you can send me feedback to tell me if you are not understanding this one properly so that I can continue to make more so that I can send them to you. So I've started with this one first of all so that I can see if you have understood, and if you have understood, it means that another time, either today or tomorrow, I'm going to make sure that I make for the median and for the mean, so that now we can continue. And from there now, we're going to go to other topics. Thank you so much, and please study, because when you come, you write a test. Thank you.